I welcome you all for today's class on projection of planes, and I am taking a problem on square lamina. So the problem is like this. A square lamina of 40 side rests on one of its sides on HP. The lamina makes 30° to HP and the side on which it rests makes 45° to VP. Draw its projection. In the introduction class, I already explained the position of the plane surface and its conditions. So first is resting position, surface inclination and line inclination. Based upon this, we have to solve this problem. So first identify the surface inclination. See here, the lamina makes 30° to HP. Means the square lamina has been inclined with respect to HP plane. So initially we have to place the lamina on HP plane. Next, identify whether the lamina is resting on one of its corner or it is resting on one of its sides. So in this sentence you can see here the lamina of 40 side rests on one of its sides on HP. So you have to place this side first. Initially at the left position the side has to be represented. So the lamina is placed like this. Next, naming A, B, C, D. So here we got the top view of a square lamina. Next, when it is been projected upward, so it has been in the on the XY line, the front view of a square lamina has been seen. So for the naming, so this point is visible, so it is represented as A dash and D is hidden, so it is represented as D dash in bracket. Similarly, B dash is visible and C dash is hidden, so it is represented in bracket. So next position is the lamina makes 30° to HP, means surface inclination with respect to HP is 30 degrees. So same line, this line is been tilted at an angle of 30 degree and the naming is same as whatever we have written here. Next, the projection of lines is been drawn downward. So A dash A intersection will give A. Next D dash and D will give D. Next B dash and C will give point C. Similarly C dash and C will give C and B dash and B will give point B. So join all the corners to get the second top view of a square lamina when it is inclined at an angle of 30 degree with respect to HP plane. Next, representation of line inclination, right? So you can see here the line inclination is what? The side on which it rests makes 45 degree to VP. So this is the side which is resting and it is making at an angle of 45 degree to VP. So if it is VP plane, means if the angle is making with respect to VP plane, that will be seen in HP plane. So that is why whatever the view, this view is there, right? We have to tilt at an angle of 45 degree and this side AD is the side which is resting, right? So that has to be represented at an angle of 45 degree. So same thing is been placed on 45 degree line. Next, it is been projected upward. So A dash, B dash, D dash, C dash. So mark all the four corner points and join it to get the final front view of a square lamina which is been inclined with respect to HP plane as well as VP plane. This is how it has been, the problem will be solved based upon the inputs that is been given. So we will learn how to draw it manually. So first draw the XY line and name it as X and Y, and we are following the first angle projection. So VP plane will be above XY line and HP plane will be below XY line. Now we have to place a square lamina which is resting on one of its sides. So what I do, I will draw a square, right? So we all know that the adjacent angle is 90 degree, right? That is the property of a square, and the length is 40 which is same in all the sides. So next, because it is a view, we have to place it with visible line, right? So it should be of visible line. And naming, I will start this point as A, this point as B, this is C and this is D. Next, use a projection line and extend the line up to xy line. And the line which is obtained while joining from this point to this point is a first front view of a square lamina which is being placed on a plane. Right. So the naming is, this point is A dash in the bracket D dash. This point is B dash in the bracket C dash. Now the lamina makes 30° to HP, means the same line, whatever the line we have obtained here, that has to be tilted at an angle of 30 degrees. So the length is what? The length is 40 mm. We know, right? The length is 40 mm. So I will draw a line on xy line, any point you can take, and the length is 40 mm and the angle is 30 degree. And the naming has to be same as what we have given previously. So this becomes A dash in the bracket D dash, and this point will become B dash in the bracket C dash. Right. So now I will extend the line downwards, projection line from A dash to, from D dash to D. Next from, so this should be projection line, right? This should be a projection line. Next from A dash to A. Similarly from C dash to C and B dash to B. So now we got all the corner points, and by using the corner points we will join the points to get point from A to B. I will join from B to C, I will join from C to D, and from D to A. And the naming is A, B, C and D. Now the last position, representation of the last position with respect to the line inclination. So here the side on which it rests make 45° to VP. So I will draw a line. So I will draw a line at an angle of 45° of any length. Of any length you can take. The angle should be 45°. Right. So next, what he is saying, the side on which it rests makes 45° to VP. So which is the side that is resting? AD is the side which is resting. Right. So it is making at an angle of 45°. So whatever the angle with respect to VP, that will be seen in HP plane. So that is why we have to draw 45° on HP plane, and we have to place AD length on 45° line. So what is AD length? AD length is 40 mm. So I will draw a line of 40 mm representing AD. It should be visible line because it is a view, right? Whatever thing we have to doing is, it is a view. So DA I have represented here. Next remaining is what? AB. So what is the length of AB? It is 34.64. So I will draw a line of 34.64. enter. Right. So the angle between these two is 90°, right? From DA to AB it is 90°, right? So that is why I have taken 90° with respect to this line. So remaining is what? BC. Similarly BC, the length is 40 mm and the angle is 90°. Between these two line it is 90°. Similarly join the point. So now we have represented this view and we have placed here, but make sure that the AD length is being placed at an angle of 45°. So check it. So this is the 45° line. So the naming is left. So this point is D, this point is A, this is B, and this is C. Now I will project the line upward from point D to D dash, from point A to A dash. Next from point C to C dash. Next, from point B to B dash. Now use the visible line and join the points. So this is A. From A to, okay, from here D. D is there, right? From D to here, which is point C. From D to C, from C to B, from B to A, and from A to D. So this is the final representation of a front view of a square lamina which has been inclined with respect to HP as well as VP. So the naming is left. So I will name this point as D dash, this point as C dash, and this point I will name it as A dash, and this it is B dash. This is how it has to be solved. This is the normal problem. Next, in next video I will be showing the beta angle problem. Okay, thank you.